If you're someone that's constantly seeking out your goals but you never seem to achieve them, and that's causing you to become very stressed, burnt out, and overall frustrated at the whole situation, this is the reason why. And in today's video, I'm going to solve those frustrations. Hi everyone, my name is Gigi and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about how to attract your goals rather than chase them, and how to generally become a more magnetic person. Now, I'm sure we can all relate to that feeling of putting in a lot of time, a lot of effort into something, whether it's a project, an interview, a person, whether it's to make money or gain validation. But in the end, it doesn't work out and it makes you feel incredibly deflated. You get a pit in your stomach of disappointment. It can make you feel lost, confused at your own self-worth. You question your abilities, where to turn to after this. But that is all because you are chasing your goals. The difference between chasing versus attracting is incredible. And when you are able to make the switch, you will be amazed at how different your life will be and how you view every situation you go into. Attracting rather than chasing will change your entire mindset when it comes towards goals. It is almost a fail-safe way of getting what you want in life. Now, I have spent the majority of my life up until maybe the past year being someone who chased rather than attracted. I worked endlessly and incredibly hard to earn some sort of validation from everything that I did, whether it was from people, from skills I learned, from tasks that I did. But a lot of the time, that validation I received was nowhere near what I wanted. And a lot of the time, I never even achieved what I wanted. I never achieved the goal that I set out to achieve. This was all because I was trying to earn something. I was chasing after a feeling or a thing, and I was doing that out of fear, out of desperation. I believed that I didn't deserve anything unless I worked and worked and worked until I couldn't anymore. I thought trying the hardest I possibly could made me more worthy of my goals. The more stress I put myself through, the more burnt out I was, the more likely I was to get what I wanted. But the reality is, that wore me down, it stressed me out, it made me lose focus. And because of that, I never achieved my goals. I became so stressed that I couldn't function. I became so burnt out that I didn't even want to achieve my goals. I lost sight on why I wanted them in the first place. When I realized that I was chasing my goals out of fear of wanting to fit in, to feel the same as everyone else, to have money, the fear that I wasn't progressing at the same rate as everyone around me, that's when I knew things had to change, because I realized I was not gaining anything from this fear, from this desperation of wanting to achieve. When I sat back and truly realized the only way that I was going to achieve my goals was to attract them to me rather than chase them, that is when my goals started becoming true. So what is the difference between chasing versus attracting your goals? First of all, chasing comes from fear, whether it's fear of losing someone, fear of being rejected. That fear clouds your vision and makes you make decisions towards your goals that might be actually holding you back. It makes you do things that maybe a clearer-minded you wouldn't do. If fear controls your every move, you're running from the actual issue. You're running from the actual solution. Because you're trying to prove yourself, because you're trying to earn some sort of respect from someone or attention from someone, that completely clouds your vision. You're likely to spiral off in a completely different direction to your actual goal, and that is why you're not achieving them. The anxiety that you get while trying to chase after your goals is what frustrates you, is what burns you out, is what makes you so stressed that you lose sight of that goal. However, when you attract, you're coming from a completely different place. Attracting doesn't mean you don't work towards your goals, you don't make moves towards it. It doesn't mean you can just sit there and expect your dreams to come to you without doing anything. The difference is that you already know that you can achieve your goal. You know your value. You know your confidence. You love yourself. You respect your boundaries. And you know that you already have that goal. You already have that dream. It's just the matter of it coming into your life. You make moves based on what suits you, what feels right to you. You're not trying to prove yourself to anyone else but yourself. And because of that, you're so clear-minded, you're confident, and you know the exact right steps that you need to make towards your goals. You're not making quick decisions that you haven't thought through, but decisions that you know are right for you, for your business, for your relationship. Because you're so sure of yourself, because you understand yourself, you know what to do next. You know who to surround yourself by. You know who to remove from your life. You're able to curate your current life to welcome that goal to you. If you think of yourself as a literal magnet, you are bringing whatever opportunities you need towards you, and you're doing that simply by being yourself, by loving yourself, by accepting yourself, by learning more about yourself, by practicing good routines, having good habits, being surrounded by good people. Just existing will bring what you need into your life. Of course, you will continue to work towards those things, but it is the act of just being you and knowing what you need that will bring your goals to you. Your lifestyle, your routines, your habits, the people you know, how you move, how you talk, how you dress, what you eat, what you drink, what you buy. It is all playing into you receiving what you need in life. What you give out into the universe will come back to you. So if you want to be rich, give off that vibe to the universe. Show that confidence. Show that self-love. Walk into every room like you're already rich. Have the confidence of someone who already has what you want, and you will attract it to you. I've said this so many times, and I've even made a video about it, but talk as though you already are the person that you want to be. Act as though you already are the person you want to be, and you will become that person. That is how being a magnetic person works. You become who you want to be by pretending to be who you want to be. So to start becoming a more magnetic person, you have to remove that desperate energy, that fear within you when you go after something you want. You're going to stop initiating every single thing. Stop constantly giving your energy out to people. Stop constantly being the first one to make every single move. If you're always the person that's reaching out, you're teaching people that you're always available, you're always ready, and you're always there to give energy. Energy that you really can't afford to give. Give yourself space. Take a step back and let people come to you. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with making the first move, but it doesn't always have to be you in every situation. You're also going to stop over-explaining yourself. Stop trying to prove yourself to everyone. Explain your whole life to everyone. Explain every single thing you've done and why you've done it. Explain why you reacted a certain way, why you did something a certain way. Not everyone needs to know everything about you or what you do. Scale it back. Again, take a step back. Understand your boundaries with information and who you allow into your life, who you allow to know that much about you. Setting those boundaries will give you so much more power within yourself, because you know that you know yourself truly, and only the people closest to you know you truly. Scaling that back and becoming a more private person and someone who doesn't need to explain themselves, someone who is just confident with what they do and how they do it, will give you this aura that just attracts who and what you need into your life. Next, you're going to stop performing. The amount of people I see performing on the daily is insane. They're so focused on everyone around them, what they think of them, what they're going to say about them, how they perceive them, that they lose touch on how they perceive themselves, how they judge themselves. They become a shell of a person because they're so busy acting like someone else. The most important person is you. So start acting like that. Rather than putting in all this effort for other people, do it for yourself. Rather than acting a certain way for other people, do it for yourself. Find what style you like for yourself, what hair you like for yourself, what clothes you like for yourself, what hobbies you like for yourself, what habits you like for yourself. When it comes to bettering yourself, nobody else matters, because this isn't about them. This is about you. I used to be someone that was so bad for this, but as soon as I got a notification on my phone, I was immediately reading it. As soon as I got a call, I was immediately accepting it. As soon as I got a text, I was immediately reading it and responding back. Even if I was doing something, I would stop everything just to answer. But that is completely disregarding your own time and valuing people above yourself. Your time is incredibly valuable. Always remember that. Finish your task, finish whatever you're doing before replying to people, before looking at that notification, before giving them what they want, which is a reply. Your time is important, and whatever you're doing is important to you. So instantly removing yourself from what's important to you to value other people's time so you don't feel bad in case you're ignoring their text, that is chasing. That is fear. Fear that they're going to judge you for not replying straight away. Fear that you're going to lose them because you're not attentive enough. That kind of energy will drain you. That trying to constantly be on top of all these people you know will drain you. Remember that instant replies is instant access to you. Even if it's just a text message, that is someone having access to you. And people do not always deserve instant access to you. Lastly, you're going to stop fighting for people who do not deserve you. I don't know how else to say this apart from if that person wants to walk out of your life, let them. There is people in your life right now I can guarantee that do not deserve to be there. Whether it's a friend, a boyfriend, a family member, and they completely drain you. And the only reason they're still there is because you believe that you can't get rid of them, that they deserve you. But that is not the case, and you know it. It's painful, but removing these people in the long term will make you so much more confident. It'll remind you that you are worth a better relationship, a better family life, a more peaceful energy. Every time you choose someone, every time you chase someone that does not choose you, you are basically telling yourself that you deserve that. You deserve that kind of energy in your life. You deserve someone who doesn't value you. And that is not a good message to be telling yourself over and over again. Reevaluate the relationships in your life. Reevaluate how they treat you, what they say to you, and look at if that's really worth your energy and your precious time. If the answer is no, or if you are unsure, it's time to remove those people. Now we have removed that fear. You've done that checklist of things and you've removed that desperation from your life. It's time to become more magnetic. And to do that, you're going to start focusing on yourself. You're going to make yourself busy, invest in your self-care, give yourself time to love yourself. Whether it's physical things like skincare, makeup, going shopping for new outfits, whether it's fitness related like going to the gym or starting running, or even setting bigger goals for yourself because you know you deserve that. You're going to become a more quieter person. And by that I mean you're not giving your energy to every single person. You're no longer involving yourself in drama, in big reactions that's going to cause fallouts and arguments. You're taking a step back and being a more silent person. Someone who thinks and respects themselves rather than reacting and being angry and disrespecting their peace. I've said it before, but not everyone deserves access to you. So set boundaries for yourself and understand how to control yourself in situations that before you might have reacted to. Understand that you don't need to have the last laugh, and that there is a lot more value in being a more peaceful person. Be a more private person. Now, I don't mean hold secrets from everyone around you and don't tell anyone anything, but stop oversharing. Stop plastering your life all over social media, telling your friends every single little thing that's happened to you, telling strangers everything about you as soon as you meet them. Stop oversharing every detail of your life and yourself to everyone you meet. Your life and your energy is sacred. Once you reveal all that to someone, you can't exactly take it all back. Find who you trust, who respects you and care for you. Then you can reveal more about yourself. Work on your presence. Don't feel like you're having to rush through everything you have to say. Slow down when you're talking, when you're walking, when you're performing tasks. You want to live a more peaceful, confident lifestyle. And that lifestyle doesn't come from rushing through everything you're trying to say, rushing through every task in your routine. Slow and precise speech, slow and precise movements shows your confidence from the outside. It shows that everything you're doing is purposeful, and it will create a so much more calmer environment for yourself. And probably the biggest one is to set solid boundaries. And I mean these boundaries you know so well and respect so much that you will not let anyone break them. There is no exceptions. These boundaries are knowing what you're comfortable with and what makes you uncomfortable, what is respectful to you and what is disrespectful. This is quite literally what you are allowing to come to you. If you allow disrespect to come to you, you are being magnetic towards those type of people. But if you create boundaries and strong boundaries and you are confident in those, you're confident to correct things that isn't comfortable for you, you will directly block those things away from you, out of your life. And that is why boundaries are so incredibly important when you want to become a more magnetic person, when you want to attract rather than chase. Because if you are attracting into your life, you want to be attracting the right situations, the right people. And without boundaries, that won't happen. That is all from me today. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to comment down below and I will try and get back to every single comment. Don't forget to subscribe and I will see you in the next video. Bye!